What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. This is the #1 show for online coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. In today's episode, we're talking about how most people never fucking start. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to speak openly about the fact that the PT Domination All Access event is coming to Kelowna in September. It's September 29th, 30th, and October 1st. So if you're in the Change Lives Academy or you're in the mastermind, make sure you get your event tickets. This is for the PT Domination All Access event, and this is only for our clients. So you don't want to miss out because it's going to change your life. I promise you that. Now, guys, I got something on my mind and I got something on my heart that I want to share. And that is that, right now I'm on prep and I feel like I'm getting to the place where it's getting hard, It's getting hard in the sense that I feel like this prep for me, committing to summer shredding at the start of the year when I decided I wanted to do it, I knew that I wanted to do it, but I didn't actually want to do the fucking work, if we're being honest. Like I wanted to do the prep and I wanted to step on stage, but I wasn't actually ready to do the work. And so, I started the prep with Alex Toplin, and my first couple of weeks in the program, I literally was like a 5 or 6 or 7 out of 10 compliance. Like it was not good. And every time I checked in with Alex, he's like, dude, you need to do way better. Like, this is not the standard. Like, this is not what we do here. And I can remember questioning myself like over and over and over again. I'm like, man, like, do I even want to do this prep? Like, why am I even doing this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm already making money. Like, the business is already successful. I don't need to prove anything. I was an overall champion last year. Like, I don't need to prove anything. Like, why am I doing this? And I thought about quitting like a lot of times. And so much so that I actually ended up calling Cole and I had a conversation with him. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how I'm feeling about this prep. If we're being honest, like I feel like every time I check in with Alex, he's telling me that like I need to do better and I'm not doing good enough. And I kind of want to drop the program. And he was like, what are you fucking talking about? He's like, that's exactly what you need. Like you need somebody that's going to call you out and somebody that's not going to let you quit and somebody that's going to hold you accountable. And I was like, okay. So I committed again. And I'm like, I was back on the horse. And so I was committed for 2 weeks and I dialed in my macros, dialed in my cardio, dialed in my nutrition. And I checked in with Alex for 2 weeks in a row. My weight didn't drop. So then I started thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm doing this fucking prep and I'm doing everything he's telling me to do. And I'm still not seeing the result. Like, what the fuck? So I messaged Alex in one of my check-ins and I submitted my check-in and my weight didn't drop. And I'm like, honestly, like I'm feeling kind of like defeated right now. And I'm kind of at a place where like, I don't even know like if I'm going to be ready for the show. It's like 11 weeks and I don't really know if I'm going to be in the show, whatever. And he messages me back and he's like, I believe in you. Like you can do this. Like fucking go. And so I committed. And literally the next day I ended up dropping 2 pounds. And it's been 2 weeks since that check-in and I'm down 6 pounds. And I wanted to quit so many times and I questioned myself so many fucking times. And after, coming through that process, it's really cool on the other side to understand that like, that's just a part of the fucking process. That's just a part of the process. Like wanting to quit is just a part of the fucking process. So I want to share something with you guys. All right. And that is this idea. The idea is that most people never, ever start. Most people never, ever start. Like most people sit on the sidelines their whole fucking life. They never start that business. They never commit to that fitness competition. They never commit to their weight loss journey. And then they always talk about how they want to get in shape. They want to start that business. They want to make money online. They want to leave their 9 to 5. Everybody always talks about the thing that they want to do, but they never actually start. And that might be you listening to this podcast right now. You might have been a podcast fan, a loyal fan, listening to all the podcasts, talking to yourself about how one day you're going to start your business. But the truth is, most of you won't. And that's just the fact. If you look at all of society and all the things that people are doing, I would say that 90% of people are living lives and working at jobs that they're not satisfied with. Most people never start because starting is fucking scary. Like to admit that you want to do something different and to jump into the unknown. And even with some of my clients recently that have left long-term relationships because they knew that they weren't happy and they knew that they weren't like satisfied with where they were at, but they were afraid to start that journey of being like single and like reintroducing themselves into the world as like a lone wolf. Like they were afraid to start. And so most people will just stay in situations that they're not satisfied with and they'll do nothing. They sit on the sidelines. They sit on the sidelines and they watch life pass them by. Their life is not satisfactory. They're doing nothing. They have nothing that they're proud of. And then finally, eventually, hopefully, they get to this point, right? They get to this point. And this point is this. They're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start. You know what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this like relationship, or I'm sick of my 9 to 5, or I'm sick of this like situation that I'm in with my body. Like, I'm going to start. Screw it. I'm going to start because I want to achieve success and I want to make money online and I want to grow my business and I want to take my life to the next level. I'm going to start. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start. And then hopefully you get to a point where you actually start. But see, this is the thing. There's two hard parts about achieving success. There's two hard parts. There's two hurdles. And I think that most people think there's only one, and that it's to start, right? Most people think that the only hurdle to success is to start, but there's one more. The first hurdle is you actually have to have the courage to make the first step and say, like, I'm going to start. Like, I'm going to do something. I'm going to make something of my life. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to feel better about myself. I'm going to get my business to a place that I'm confident in. I'm going to quit my 9 to 5 and go all in my business. You get to that point. But there's a second point, because when you start something, you want to achieve success. You want to make more money online. You want to grow your business, right? You want to lose the weight. But here's what happens. It's fucking hard. It's hard. It's hard to get out of bed and go to the gym when you want to sleep in. It's hard to post on social media when none of your content is hitting. It's hard to stay committed to the process when you think that nothing's happening in the process, even though you're putting the work in. It's hard to stay consistent when you're not getting a direct return on your investment for your energy. And that's why so many people stay stuck at 9 to 5s, by the way, because even if you fucking hate your 9 to 5, when you go there, if you spend an hour, they pay you $20. And so your life is worth $20 an hour, but it's guaranteed. And that's why most people do it, right? Because with your business, there's no guaranteed ROI. It's not like every single post that you make on social media is going to lead to a client. That's not the way it works. And it gets hard. And when it gets hard, here's what most people do. They get super anxious, right? They're like, this isn't working out for me. And they start to question themselves. Am I cut out for this, right? Is this going to work for me? You know, I see other people succeeding, but maybe that's not for me. Maybe I don't have the personality to be on video. Maybe I don't have the personality to go online. You know, maybe I'm just not a good content creator. I'm not a good salesperson. Maybe I don't have the audience. Maybe I don't have the physique. Maybe I don't have the following. And then they just fucking quit because it's hard. They just quit. And that might be you. You might be quitting right now. You haven't posted on social media. You're not fucking consistent. You're not sending out DMs. You're not serving your clients in the way that you know that they deserve to be served. And they just fucking quit. And they go back to their 9 to 5 and they end up living an average, normal life where their life is worth $20 an hour working for fucking Walmart or Save on Foods or some other bullshit job like that. That's fucking hard. All right, that's hard. Guys, this is the thing. When it comes to success, when it comes to achieving your goals, there's two things that actually matter. Thing number one that matters is getting started. You have to have the courage to take the first step into the unknown. And you can't just take a step, by the way. You got to fucking jump. Like, you have to leap. And you might have to leap over and over and over again, investing in the mentor program. And then when you're in the mentor program, you're continuing to fucking take the actions that the mentor is telling you because you just trust that you're going to be successful if you keep going. That takes courage. And that's the first step. You need to just say, like, I'm fucking done complaining about my life. I'm going to actually do something about it. That's the first step. And the second step to success is you have to decide that no matter what happens, no matter how frustrated you get, no matter how angry you get, no matter how much you want to quit, no matter how anxious you are, no matter how many times you post on social media and nobody reaches out, no matter how many times your content doesn't hit, you're never going to fucking quit. That's what it takes. You have to make the commitment that you're never, ever, ever going to quit. And when you make that commitment, when you actually decide that no matter how fucking hard it gets, you will never quit, I promise you there's greatness on the other side of that. I can promise you that. My life is literally a living testament to that. I was flat broke, owed drug dealers $10,000, living in a fucking trailer park with no money, no trust, and I was able to take back my life because I decided that I wasn't going to accept quitting as an option. I wasn't going to let myself lay down on the ground and just not achieve success. I decided that I was going to crawl back. And if I could crawl back from that place and build the life that I have now, then you can literally do fucking anything. You can literally do anything. You know, some of my clients in my program, there's a guy that I want to shout out. His name's Austin Prechtel. If you're listening to this, if you can tag Austin in the comments, that'd be great. Now, Austin Prechtel is a student that was in my $1 Million Mastermind program. And last year, he actually went through a lot of struggles mentally, right? Like, he was really struggling mentally. And it was to the point where, you know, he wasn't able to show up consistently for his clients. His live streams were off because he was struggling mentally, you know, and as a result of his live stream struggling and like him struggling personally and him not being able to create content in the way that like really resonated, his business suffered massively. And he went from making 15K a month down to 7K a month. And he did that for like 4 or 5 months. And so Austin messaged me and he was like, this was September of last year. Austin messaged me and he's like, man, I don't think I can stay in the mastermind anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? And he explained what was going on and he explained the situation that he was in and he explained that he was struggling. And I messaged him back and I was like, listen, man, like this is about so much more than your money. This is about your success. And so I'm actually going to give you an event ticket to come to the PT Domination All Access event. Like I want you to come. I don't want you to pay. I just want you to be there. And I just want you to show up. And if you show up and you want to leave the mastermind after that, that's completely fine with me. But I want to help you out. And I want you to fucking understand that like this is part of the game. This is part of the process. And I don't want you to fucking quit on yourself. Like don't quit on yourself. And so he came to the event. And at the event, he came up to me and he's like, I'm fucking going all in. He's like, fuck my excuses. Fuck my negative mindset. Like I'm going on. This was September of last year. January of this year, Austin made $30,000. And out of January, February, March, April, those 4 months of the year, 4 months in a row, he made between $25,000 and $35,000 each month. And then the month after that, he went to Italy. I think it was Italy with his wife. And when he was in Italy, traveling on a vacation, wasn't posting or DMing as much. And his business still made $25,000 that month. He bought a new house with his wife this year. They just moved into their new house. And, he went from making $7,000 a month to $30,000 a month the next year, like 6 months later. And that story is a perfect example of what fucking happens when you just decide that you're never, ever, 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 ever going to quit. Guys, I truly do think that on a long enough time horizon, success is fucking easy. And it is easy when you understand this. And I want you to write this down. Most people never start. And out of the people that start, most people quit. So if I want to be successful, I just need to make sure that I never, ever, ever quit. If you develop that mindset and you honestly can get yourself to a place mentally where no matter how bad it gets or how frustrated you get or how angry you get or how overwhelmed you get, that you will never, ever, ever quit, I promise you your success is inevitable. You just need to outlast people. I've been a business coach now for 5 years. And the first year that I started business coaching, I said to myself, I'm going to be the number one coach in the industry. I said that to myself. And now we're at a place where I can confidently say that PT Domination is the number one coaching program in the industry. We're working with some industry legends, working with Lane Norton. We're working with Sebastian Orb. We partnered with Clean Health, which is the biggest fitness education institute in Australia, and they're growing worldwide. We are the number one coaching program. And the reason that I was able to get to this place is I made the commitment that no matter how hard it got, no matter what I was going through personally, no matter if me and Krista were fighting, no matter if I was fucking anxious or overwhelmed or burned out, that I would never quit. And that commitment lasts to this day. And all of you listening to this can make that decision. And that's what I want you to understand. If I can go from literally nothing 10 years ago to living the life that I'm living now, then if you start today, right? If you start today and you never quit on a long enough time horizon, your success is inevitable. So fucking start. And when you start, make sure that you never fucking quit. Guys, that's it. That's all. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you got value, screenshot this episode, share it on your Instagram stories, and let me know that you listened. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.